Rebellions are built on hope.
And welcome to day one coverage of Star Wars Rebellion. It's Radio Rebellion, a Star Wars podcast. I'm your host, Alberto, and I'm here with our friend, our co-host, Oti. How you doing, Oti? Yes, finally after 3 years, and special guests down there, Roberto Venegas, and our special correspondent, boots on the ground, straight from California, Star Wars Celebration, from the GALactic Podcast, is Laura Knows, and she's gone.
She just get it out of here.
And she'll be back eventually, hopefully soon.
Yeah.
But, oh, there she is. I'll bring her. All right, let's start again. And from the GALactic Podcast at Star Wars Celebration, Lauren, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button, but yeah. How are you guys? I'm doing well.
We're ecstatic to be here finally talking about Star Wars Celebration. I don't know how long it's been. I mean, 3 years. We just mentioned it, but we'll get all into it. Roberto, how are you doing? It's been a while since we've had the pleasure of talking with you. How are you doing today?
Yeah, thank you for having me back. I mean, what a day is to be back on your show to talk about Star Wars Celebration. There's a whole bunch of excitement, and it's something that I kind of needed myself. So, yeah, man, let's get into it.
Yeah, so let's not wait too much. So let me just get this out of the way. As always, if you're watching this, make sure to like this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Leave us a comment down below of all your thoughts of all the things we're going to be talking about today, just day one. If you're a Star Wars Celebration, let us know how the day has been. And yeah, subscribe, comment. If you're watching this later on the audio podcast or listening to it, just same thing. Leave us a rating, review, all that fun stuff. Yes, Oti, what's going on?
I just want to say today is such a special day that if you pay close attention to my set, there's something usually back there. And today it's right here.
I was gonna say, where's that ray light? You gotta have that ray lightsaber close by.
I'm gonna put it like.
All right. Let me see. Am I cutting in and out?
Nope.
No. All right. Hopefully not. All right, Lauren, I gotta start with you. First, again, thanks for being here all the way from Star Wars Celebration. How's the vibe out there? I know this is not your first Star Wars Celebration, but it's been a while since this event has happened. How's the vibe over there?
It feels like everybody's home. I mean, honestly, it feels really good to be back. You can feel the energy. You can feel like a really good vibe all the way through the convention center. It's been amazing. It's been amazing to be back here after 3 years. I mean, my first one was Chicago, so coming back to Anaheim, it's been a trip, man. Seeing everybody, like all the people I've met since Chicago, it's been a ride, dude, and it's been a lot of fun so far. So yes, 100%, the vibe is alive. The vibe is alive around here for sure.
I got a question for you. Have you been to Disneyland? Because everybody's been going to Disneyland as soon as they get here. So have you gone?
Yeah, so we have Star Wars night tickets tomorrow. So I will be at Batuu for the first time tomorrow night. So I am very excited for that. 100%. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, that's gonna be something. I've been to Batuu down here in Orlando. I know Oti has. I don't know if Roberto has had the chance to go, but it's an experience. So especially Star Wars night over there, it's gonna be a totally different vibe. So congratulations. Are you going to try to build anything, lightsaber, droid, or just enjoy the night?
I think we're just gonna enjoy it. We don't have any. We didn't schedule anything, unfortunately, but we're gonna definitely try to get to the Resistance, do the Falcon. We're gonna do all that. That's our goal. Get into the Cantina. So we're gonna try to hit it all. We're gonna try to do it all in one night for sure.
Yeah, I mean that's the way to go. Especially when I said before, when I went, it was just everyone. The park was full. It was summer, so just everyone visiting Disney World was there. But it's gonna be different, just with a bunch of Star Wars fans. It's gonna be a little bit of a different feeling. But all right, enough talk. We're here to talk Star Wars Celebration. So if you guys are ready, I'm not ready. Let's talk Star Wars, and it is Star Wars news.
Star Wars news.
And the only news is Star Wars Celebration Day 1. So finally happened. the big Lucasfilm showcase was the standout, the big thing to start the day off. Um, it wasn't streamed live. A lot of people had issues with that, especially at the beginning, including myself, and I think a lot of people on this panel tonight. But same thing, Lauren, because I, of course, want to hear from Oti and Roberto in a minute. But I think it's going to be different. Our experience from home, from you being there. Did you get the chance to be at the celebration stage when this was going on, or didn't you
So
get in? And then how was all that for you guys out there?
yeah. No, yeah, good, great question. So it's really funny because they didn't stream that at the celebration stage
Mhm.
like they usually did. So
Okay.
we were blind. If you didn't get into that panel at the main stage, you didn't see it either. So it was a little weird. It was a little weird. So you had to follow Twitter and people that got in, and kind of see the news as it comes. But it was still fun just to be in the in and around the StarWars.com stage. It
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. The energy was great. Andy and Anthony were up there, so it was really, really cool. But yeah, unfortunately, we didn't see it stream either. Uh, they just, whoever was there. And I don't know if you guys saw on Twitter, but the people that got into that panel specifically are getting to see Obi-Wan Kenobi early. They get a special screening tonight. So that's kind of exciting too for those people that got into that panel. So it's very,
Yeah,
very cool stuff.
there was one of the questions that I posted later on Twitter as I was thinking about. Is it only the people that were able to make that panel that will also get to see Kenobi? Everyone else that's there, unfortunately, has to wait till midnight, which is a bummer because,
Yeah.
come on, they
Yeah.
already got in the panel. Now they get this extra kind of, yay. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but
Right. So yeah, I mean, if you got lucky enough, you get to go see it, which is really cool. So, but obviously, I think everybody's still very excited to see Kenobi. I
yeah.
know within the showcase panel they were talking some Kenobi stuff that we might touch on. But yeah, it was it's been a lot of fun though. Even if you weren't in that panel, man, it's been a ride around
Yeah.
for sure.
So, Lauren, quick question: are you gonna watch from the hotel, or do you have some group that's gonna see the show together? How are you gonna handle it?
So you know what's really funny is I brought my Apple TV to do that at my hotel, but it's not working. Like the internet is
No,
not
that's not funny.
working. So I'm scrambling. We're scrambling. We think we found like a kind of a small hangout to watch it.
Okay.
So we're trying to get that all situated. But yeah, I brought the Apple TV thinking I'd be able to hook it up and nothing. And I was like
that
so
sucks.
bummed. Yes, I was like freaking out. But I'm like, it is what it is now. I know we'll have people, friends of ours, that will let us come and watch. So I'm not too worried about it. But yeah,
Okay.
that was my Wednesday night, freaking out about like not being able to watch it. But yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll get it.
Yeah, I can imagine going all the way over there. Here we go. At least you tried it. Imagine it's tonight. Let me just plug it in 5 minutes before it starts. It's not working. Then, yeah. But okay, so Roberto, let's jump to you. We were all
Yeah.
ready. We were all waiting at 3:30 here where I'm at, or 2, I should say. Here comes the panel. Finally, no, it's not gonna be live stream. What was your reaction to this? And was it the right move by Lucasfilm?
it, it was definitely not the right move on Lucasfilm, because after them keeping so many secrets, and after the whole COVID shutdown, like we've been gone through so much that all of us are looking forward to this. So to have that just be an exclusive thing for the people that went to celebration and were lucky enough to get in, it's kind of it was a gut punch. So
Mhm.
when the show live stream started, it felt like a gut punch, and the realization of what was going on was a big letdown. So it took me a while to actually get excited for what they were talking about. And even when the show started, it's like, I don't want to diss Willow, but like that's what you start with. You start with Willow. So it was a little bit of a shocker thing. So it would have been great if, even to hear Lauren's story, that it wasn't aired for them. Whoever, the people that didn't manage to get in the panel, it's a little bit disappointing, because this should have been a moment where they're like, okay, let's get every fans together, let's unite people that are at home, people that are attending, people that are in the panel. Let's unite them all together in this.
Mhm.
And I know that they want to keep some kind of secrets for the people that are in the panel, and they should have. Didn't the previous celebration, they just kind of when they just put the screen black when they showed footage of
Yeah.
Yes.
whatever, and they should have done that, because just seeing the people on stage was enough to carry the excitement, and just get people hyped, and that's what they should have done. So this has the start was a letdown to me. I don't know how you guys felt, or Oti.
I'm gonna go. So
Yeah,
I was
go
very
ahead.
I was very bummed. I always say this. I usually take the Friday from celebration off because I love staying and seeing the panels and seeing the interviews. And when at 2 p.m. nothing like popped up, I was like, and then then I started to scroll Twitter, and it was kind of like a mess. And just like Roberto, when the stream finally started, it was 30 minutes of Willow, and I was like, and to Willow's credit, that trailer was incredible. It
Pretty cool.
looked very fun. But I was very bummed. And then Filoni and Favreau came out. I was still like very skeptical. I was like, I'm not liking this. I don't like them. But then Katie Sackhoff came out. Kathleen Kennedy came out. Ashley Eckstein came out. It started like to come back to me. And I'm so happy I took the day off tomorrow. I can't wait to spend the whole day watching Kenobi, watching the panels, watching everything.
But that was during the Star Wars show, right? Not the actual.
Yeah. When the stream started.
Yeah, which is when I'm driving home. I saw like 30 minutes of it. I saw a little part, and then I didn't see anything else. And then I got here, and it's fine. But yeah, like you guys are saying, because the Star Wars Celebration Twitter account about 3 days ago said, "Oh, don't miss anything if you're at home. Here's the link." It's like 2 hours afterwards. Okay, at least we'll see it in the replay. But no, it was completely different. Just a Star Wars show, which is funny. They do a great job over than what I saw was great. But yeah, I'm going through Twitter. Everyone freaking out because they don't know what's going to happen. Then the stream starts, and like you said, Roberto, just at least seeing the actors and everyone involved on stage. I'm seeing on my computer like this week. Oh, there's Kenobi, and there's you and that. Hey, then finally, on someone's that just taking a picture from the rafters. Like, okay, great. I'm not excited for this. But then it all changed when the Andor trailer dropped, and we all got to see that. And then I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I'll take the Andor trailer. So let's start with Andor, just before we get into the trailer. So Oti, 2 seasons, that which kind of had been
We
said
heard
before.
3.
Yes, I think Gilroy said, or that interview, Vanity Fair said it might be 3 seasons or something, but apparently it's going to be 2, which is great. It's going to be 24 episodes. The last one goes straight into Rogue One, and it premieres August 31st. So probably a month and a half after Kenobi is done, we get Andor. They said we're not going to recognize Cassian at this stage. He's selfless. He doesn't care about what's going on. And then, like I said, season 2 ends right as Rogue One is starting. So before we get into the trailer itself, all this information about Andor, how pumped did it get you? And first, were you pumped for Andor before, and now hearing all this information plus a trailer? How are you feeling for this show right now?
So I loved the new information. I was excited for the show regardless. I just want to talk about the trailer, so go ahead, you guys.
Okay, Roberto, give me some information because it's about to get kicked out.
Well, for me, it's my most anticipated show, even when they're starting out Kenobi and Ahsoka and all that, because Rogue One kind of left me a little bit wanting more, especially with Cassian and Jyn, since they didn't really dive so much into their character. And you have that that great line from Cassian that he was in this force since he was a kid, and you kind of wonder, well, what did he go through? What was his character path? And that wasn't explored. So when the show was announced, I was like, oh my god, they're gonna do it, and that's actually really exciting. I thought it was gonna be 1 season, but the fact that it's 2 seasons, it has me really, really pumped and hope, and it gives me a lot of hopes that I'm gonna see another character that was in Rogue One, hopefully in season 2. So I think, and it just the whole thing just feels has the same vibe as Rogue One. So this is to me absolutely a joy. So when the trailer came out, I know we're talking not getting to the trailer, but when the trailer came out, it just all the excitement that I was so hyped for this is like really true. It's like
Yeah.
it's coming, it's there.
I'll come back to you about what character you're talking. It might be the same one that I'm thinking about. Lauren, are you like Oti that has Rogue One at the bottom of his list? Or do you enjoy Rogue One? And that's just a poster. You've said it before here. You don't. Um,
Yeah.
did you enjoy Rogue One? How interested were you in this show before today? And now has that interest gone up or down?
Yeah, Andor, I was very excited for when they initially announced it. Like I was hoping for a Star Wars spy thriller, and I think that's
Mhm.
what we're gonna get. I think we're gonna get a lot of politics, which I love.
Yes.
I mean, we saw Mon Mothma in like a couple different outfits. We saw the Senate, like so. There's a lot of awesome images to really digest and to really enjoy, and it gets me hyped. I mean, I loved Rogue One, and now I think I'm like so pumped for Andor to do more stories with him and learn more about what the rebellion was doing up until we kind of get to New Hope or get to Rogue One now for sure. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be I can't wait. I can't wait. Diego Luna, I'm so excited. So excited.
Yeah, I've before the Acolyte was announced, I've always said Andor's my most anticipated series because of that same thing. It's something different. It's a spy thriller. There's so much stuff they can do, showing us the Empire side of it, how they just took over the galaxy, and it seems that that's what they're going for. I think they said this is 5 years before Rogue One,
Yep.
so we'll start the first episode something with him a little bit younger, and then go to 5 years before Rogue One, and then season two goes all the way to Rogue One. So as I'm driving home, I'm thinking, and then Roberto, I don't know if this is where you were going. If we go all the way to Rogue One, can we get a couple of episodes with Jean showing up? Not meeting Cassian, but if we go all the way to Rogue One, and you've read Rebel Rising, Saw Gerrera and Jean are out there doing their stuff, it might tie in, and we might get a little bit of Jean Erso back in Star Wars. Is that what you were
Oh,
thinking, Roberto, or where were you headed?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was thinking because you have to kind of see Jin and Cassian's path to where it meets to Rogue One, and we don't get that in Rogue One. So it's important for them to lay down the foundations. We get that in the books, but that's kind of separate. That's kind of separate when the books and the shows or the movies, you kind of have to put everything into context. Bring people in that haven't read the books, that haven't seen the show, and put that foundation there. So to not have Jen in season two would be a mistake. I would be surprised, honestly. I would be surprised if they would have her in season one, but season two they have to. It would be. I think it would be a huge mistake not to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Oti, you just want the trailer? You want to go to the trailer?
No, I'm gonna be the odd man out. I want her to be in season 2, but I don't think she's gonna be there.
All right.
Let's see how season 1 goes. Let's see.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think, I don't know. She might be there. It kind of makes sense, but just, anyway, trailer. Let's show the trailer out there. No audio, so we'll talk over it, but let's show this trailer again and have a little bit of fun. All right.
That intro though, that intro.
Yep.
Yeah. When I started this, I'm like, is this the Rogue One trailer? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I thought my phone's volume was like damaged because I was like, "There's no audio. What's going on?"
And then those gongs start. Just the look of this, it's 100% cinematic. It's nothing compared to the other shows we've seen. The quality, you can see that this is not the volume. I mean, the volume is great, but this is on location shooting that just makes the show look, I don't want to say 100% better than the others, but gives it another feel.
It looks different. It definitely looks different.
Gunships,
A
that's
grounded feel.
Republic gunships right there.
They even have clone troopers, I think.
Yes, we have Tivik
Yeah, that's a
show
good
up.
point. That's a good point.
Freaking guy
That
from
shot of the room, the white.
yeah. We're back in Coruscant. the Senate chamber, Mon Mothma saying that she's being watched, spy thriller, like you said.
By the way, in that shot, I think she looks just like Molly Damon from Star Wars Explained.
Yeah, she does.
That reminded me of the Colossus from Resistance, that base in the water when it just comes up. All the Senate. And those are the clone troopers right there.
So, are we gonna fall in love with Cassian's sister? Because that is a sister, right?
Yes,
Really?
exactly.
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gotta be right.
And then the new title card is great. Just looks great for the atmosphere of the show.
I love it. I'm really, really excited for it.
All right, so yeah, so that trailer just blew me out of the water. It's everything that I wanted for this series and more, especially the look. I didn't expect it to look as great as it did. Let me just show this off real quick. But Oti, let's start with you. First thoughts when you saw that trailer. What jumped to your mind?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What trailer? The Andor or the?
The Andor trailer.
Oh, what did I think? I was over the moon. I sent it to everyone I had in my quick text. I was like, oh my god, new Star Wars. The visuals are fantastic, which are some of my favorite things from Rogue One. It looks it's awesome, and that spy thriller feel, with Mon Mothma going, they're watching me, and there's like this sneaking around. I'm very, very, very excited for it. Like, it looks like it's gonna live to its promise.
Yeah. Roberto, did you have any big surprises from that trailer or anything that jumps, the first thing that comes to your mind after seeing that trailer?
So yeah, besides looking great, which I 100% agree with, there were a couple of things that kind of shocked me. One, because okay, so when they said that this is kind of a spy thriller and things like that, sometimes I wonder, well, how much of a spy thriller this is,
Yeah.
since you kind of sometimes, since in the book of Boba Fett, we didn't quite get the underworld gangster that we were all kind of hoping for, or some of us. So I was kind of wondering how much is that really going to play a role in this movie, and seeing Mon Mothma just kind of convinced me that okay, they're really going to pull out the politics. They really might have the Cassian do the things that he's not quite proud of. They're really going to do the dirty, and that's something that has me really excited, because like I said, it feels like Rogue One. Tony Gilroy is really bringing Rogue One into Disney Plus, which is kind of a little bit of a breath of fresh air for me. At least I feel so from Mandalorian and John Favreau, and then I kind of needed a little bit of a break from that feel. So to see this trailer just be its own thing has me really, really excited. And these characters, just the grittiness of it, it's like has me really, really excited. It just the look, and the Blade Runner things. There's some things where in Kenobi, it feels like they try to do a little bit of a Blade Runner, but Blade Runner feels really gritty. So when you saw some of the elements in this trailer, you kind of felt it. You felt the grime and things like that. So this trailer was perfect and kind of moved everything to the side for me. It's like, I know Kenobi's coming out soon, so I just kind of like pushed it to a side. And
Man, he
like,
has that ready to go.
Yeah,
2 weeks, 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Lawrence, so we mentioned the politics, and I think this looks like it's going more into politics than actually Rogue One. It looks to me grittier than Rogue One and more the story that I love Rogue One, but there's a lot of action in that movie. This seems to be more grounded in just real world, what's going on with everyone having to deal with the Empire kind of expanding through the galaxy. I'm talking about politics. We're in Coruscant, we're in the Senate. Is there anything specific about this time period, politically wise, that really intrigues you, that you hope they kind of dive into?
Yeah, I mean, I think the political stuff is going to be big. You kind of get that feel from the trailer, right? It feels gritty. It feels like a good spy thriller mixed in with politics. Like just the whole vibe of it, I think, is what I was looking for. And it feels like a Rogue One, like not a sequel or prequel, but it feels like it connects with Rogue One. Just the feel of it, the visuals of it. I forget the gentleman that did Rogue One, but he's doing this show as well, so you can feel the connection between Rogue One and this show, like visually. I mean, it's just going to be. I think it's going to be what I wanted and hope for it to be, is a spy thriller, but more politics in it, because I'm excited. Like, give me more politics, Star Wars politics, especially in this era. Like, we have a little bit of it, but I think we're going to really hopefully get more, especially with Mon Mothma. We'll hopefully get Bail Organa. Like,
Oh, it
I mean,
has to.
oh God, I just can't wait. I can't wait for Jimmy Schmitz to come back as Bail Organa.
Yeah, maybe that's who she's talking with when she says I'm being watched or whatever. Because I
Right.
said, then I tweeted out, this reminded me a lot of the Catalyst book. I don't know if you guys have read it, just that to me, it's a Rogue One prequel. It's just one of my favorite books, my second favorite book. And there's a lot of that kind of hiding from talking, having this special gathering with all the rebel leaders. I got that vibe. And that's what I want. Oh, Star Wars is political. Yes. Now let's see the real politics behind it, how the Empire just taken over. And when we get that shot of the Senate chamber, and we have all the pods,
Yes.
it was
Yes.
someone else, I don't know who it was on Twitter, that posted that if you look, a lot of those pods are shut off. There's only a couple that are lighted up with people. So it's like, are those all the other kind of governments and planets that the Empire has already taken over? Is it people that they just kind of given up, and then the other ones are just resistant leaders or whatever? So that's very interesting to see how kind of even inside Coruscant you start to see that division. And come on, seeing Coruscant from the Empire side, with the Empire kind
Yes.
of being there leading, that's what really intrigues me about it.
Yeah, I
But
think Coruscant. I cannot wait to go back
Yes.
post post Revenge of the Sith, before A New Hope, to see how much it's changed. Right?
Yes.
Like, give me the 1313. Give it to me. I want to be down there. I want to see the grittiness of it. Yeah.
there's a shot of an elevator, which I presume is going into the lower levels.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it has me so intrigued. But
Yes.
so quick question: if this show is gonna go into Rogue One, then it'll pass through Rebels. Are we gonna get the scene where Mon Mothma proclaims she's separating from the Empire?
Ooh, that's the one that had the big the hologram or
Could
something.
we have a version of that? Maybe see
We
the
could.
holograms of it.
Yeah. I mean, we still haven't seen Saw Gerrera, and we know he's there, so we have to get that confrontation also.
Yeah.
Man, this show is really driving to be one of the best so
Yeah.
far.
It looks
Yeah,
great. It looks great.
I think we have to, because we haven't seen this side of Star Wars. We haven't seen Mon Mothma, so, and the way they dressed her up and the way they're kind of portrayed her in this story, I don't see how you give her a small part. I see her getting something really juicy. This could be an awesome character that by the end of the show, or the mid of the show, which is 12 episodes, which is awesome, that people are absolutely gonna love, because she already looks great. So I can't see people hating on her.
Yeah, I
Or
mean the
just
the thirst is real for Mon Mothma. Since that Vanity Fair spread came out, and now seeing that in live action, like, okay, I get it. I get it. I get why some people want to follow her. But also,
Yeah.
like you said, Roberto, it's gonna be interesting to see how people feel about her, because right now a lot of people go, well, kind of, this is your fault the way the Empire rose, because you just try to be not peaceful, but very like what's happening right now. You have the extremists on one end, and right now, I mean, in real life, and the people in power are trying to play by the rules. Like Saw Gerrera says, "Oh, you lost by playing by the rules," or something like that. Well, we see
yeah,
that in this show, and I think we will. So it's gonna be interesting how people feel about her by the end. But at least so far, I'm on board.
Do we get a Palpatine? Like, do we see him at some
Oh,
point?
so I
he was.
think
With the politics, I mean.
Oti and I think we've talked about this a couple of weeks ago, because Ian McDermott has said that he's going to be back for one of the newer shows. It makes more sense that it's for Andor. At least for myself. Go ahead.
He talked about it in his panel today. He said that if you're expecting him to show up in a upcoming show, you'll be disappointed. That's what he said. But
It's
he said
Kenobi.
that he said his presence can be felt.
Yeah. So that
I mean,
makes sense. Maybe like a voice, a hologram, because like I remember in Rebels when we see him at the end, like he looks like like a senator or a chancellor looking, not the hooded figure. So
Yeah,
like, do we kind of see that? That would be kind of cool.
that'd be cool.
Okay, I'm
To-
predicting we are going to see him, and I'm going to see him because this is this is what I love about character moments when you put two characters that are opposed to each other and just have them duel it out through words, through debate, and to see Mon Mothma and Palpatine just go at
Oh
it
yeah,
would would be amazing. So I don't see how you go around them and not give both of them the spotlight.
I mean, you
yeah,
you can't have a show like this in this time period without the Emperor. He's the one leading
right.
the charge. They're in the Senate. I'm sure we'll get a DH CGI talking again. It makes sense for him to be there, but it makes 100% sense for Palpatine to be there, at least in one scene. He doesn't need to be in the whole show, but yes, that one scene in the Senate or back in his office talking with this delegate of I don't remember how many senators that are the ones pushing for it. Those kind of deleted scenes at the end of Revenge of the Sith that you have all these senators go talk to him and kind of, hey, we gotta end this war and your powers gotta be done. Give us something like that. So yeah, Mon Mothma and Bail Organa having a conversation with Palpatine, maybe in the middle of the Senate. Oh man, yes, yes,
Yeah, especially what we know in Rebels, how she was that message she sent on the Ghost, or
yeah.
the message they heard on the Ghost about her like calling out the Emperor. Like
Mm-hmm.
we got to get to that point, right? I mean, that's where or unless we're beyond that, but we gotta, we see that like her fire, and that's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Like I can't wait to
Exactly.
dive in with more Mon Mothma. I really can't.
Hmm.
Can't wait.
So,
Can't wait.
O- Oti, we've spent like 20 minutes talking about the trailer and Rogue One in general. We really haven't jumped too much into Cassian Andor himself. What we heard that Cassian is gonna be not what we recognize from Rogue One. What do you expecting that we're gonna see from Cassian at the beginning and then throughout this season, or at least the first couple of episodes?
I think he'll be in a band. He'll be like an edgy teenager doing drugs, doing cigarettes. I don't know. I think he'll have a very interesting arc. I think it'll be similar to Jin's. Maybe this reluctant hero joining this fight with these people he maybe doesn't trust that much because, part of the rebellion used to be the Republic Army, which his family was at war with. So that it's gonna be very interesting. That's actually one of the things I'm most interested with. Where do we start with? Because we know where he goes. Where do we start with him? And I'm thinking it's gonna take that angle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that clone troopers that we see in one of those scenes, that's a flashback? Not a flashback, but we know that it starts with him as a younger kid.
Yeah,
I've been
I
this
think
fight.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we saw Republic gunships, which are from the Clone Wars. We saw the clone troopers. We saw Tivik. I think it's Tivik there before he gets killed in Rogue One.
Yeah.
Pour one out for Tivik. But just the look of it, that first like 20 seconds of the trailer just doesn't feel anything like Star Wars, but it just looks so great. And then all the ships and everything that's coming out. So yeah, just 2 months, basically 3 months before this show comes out, which I don't know, feels weird to say that it's just coming out in so soon, but can't wait for it.
Real quick, because I got like a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
But on Diego Luna, I want to say before I leave, like I hope he gets to touch Jabba the Hutt. I need that to happen for Diego Luna. We will riot if he doesn't, if he's not able to touch Jabba the Hutt.
Man, we'll
We need
turn
to
it
start a
off.
campaign.
Everyone
Yeah.
will turn the TV off at the same time and just go on Twitter and have a I mean,
Exactly.
we already got 2 huts in Book of Boba Fett. Give us one more, a practical one. Doesn't have to be Java, just a hut. It makes sense to be Java, just so he can touch it. It just makes sense. It's this time period. This is when the hot cartel and all those kind of gangsters are rising up. So of course it's gotta be around. So.
Right.
Right.
So
Robert?
I got to bounce, but
Yeah.
thank you for having me on. Well, maybe I'll jump on another, later on this week or whatever. But we'll talk about that. But
Yeah. Hopefully we'll have you
Alberto,
on.
Yeah. We'll,
Have fun,
we'll
Lauren.
talk about it.
Have fun.
But yeah, Alberto, Oti, Roberto, it's good talking to you guys. I will.
right.
We'll keep it going and keep the vibes good down here. Okay?
Yeah. Say hi
All
to
right.
everyone down there
Yeah.
that you see. We're jealous,
Yes.
but have fun.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. All right. Peace
All
out,
right.
guys.
See you later,
All
Lauren.
right,
Thank you for
later.
being
Bye.
here.
Yeah, no problem. Talk to you.
All right.
By the way, I just saw that Maggie got to interview Diego Luna.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
her. That's one of hers.
She must have melted right there.
Yeah, that's her favorite Star Wars movie a lot because of Cassian and his story, and
Yeah.
kind of push her to do a lot of politics side that she does. So great for her. I saw that Arsu met Ewan McGregor. So all our friends out there having fun interviewing all these great people.
I'm genuinely extremely jealous, but I'm also extremely happy for everyone. Like
Yeah.
seeing random people just meet for breakfast is like, wow.
I know, right? It's something that I don't know because of a whole COVID thing, but when I finally get to go to Star Wars, hopefully in the future, I think I'll be nervous and scared to kind of meet people that are that I
Yeah.
know through Twitter and the
Right.
internet. So.
Hey, Roberto, let's go get a bagel. Oh, okay.
It's like, whoa. I don't know you. All right, guys. Anything else about Andor before we move real quick? I don't know. We didn't get a lot of information from Obi-Wan Kenobi, which makes sense. It's
Because we're gonna see it in less than 24 hours.
Yeah, it'll be there in a couple of minutes, a couple of hours. Ewan came out, Hayden came out, and that was kind of it. I don't know.
They're both actually on the stage right now.
Okay.
But did they show anything? Not just maybe a trailer?
No.
Or anything?
Well,
Right?
they played the theme. I didn't
Oh,
listen
that's
to it because
that's right.
I prefer listening to it on the show. But John Williams came out and played the theme.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
I heard it, same as everyone else. Again, thanks to everyone on Twitter that did those live tweets. That's how we got all this information. Then someone posted the whole theme. It's new. You gotta get used to it, but it sounds great. We gotta see how it fits in the show.
Yeah. Which,
I
by the
haven't
way,
listened to it.
my theory is the reason they didn't televise or stream any of the thing was because of the musical portion. That's my theory, because it took out like a section of the panel, so maybe they were like, well, we don't want to cut like a third of it. So that's my theory of it, because that's the only thing I can make sense out of it, because they didn't show anything that wasn't revealed. I don't know.
It's a big mistake. I don't care. I'm sure they can call YouTube and say, "Hey, we're gonna play some music, and this is brand new. We're the owners of this. We're gonna stream some music out there. People weren't gonna complain."
I don't know if they're the owners of it though. That's a whole legal thing that I'm not gonna get into.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's John, whatever. We'll see. We'll hear it in a couple of hours, anyways.
Yeah, they could have gone around it. They could have done something.
Yeah. Definitely.
Someone talking over it. But then they jumped to Mandalorian season 3, and I'm surprised that they did, because Mando has its own panel on Saturday. So talking we'll talk about the end of it, that we didn't get any big surprise announcement, no movie news, nothing. But they gave Mando like an extra 20 minutes plus a 1-hour panel on Saturday. Surprised that we got all this time with the Mandalorian, Roberto?
Yeah, actually, yes. And I was even surprised that they showed a trailer or sizzle reel or whatever they showed. Somebody posted it on Twitter, and then I tried to find it again, and they took it down. But
I got you. I got you.
Okay, you send it to me, because I watched the ones quickly. But anyways, yeah, it's a little bit surprising because I didn't know they were that far ahead in filming, and I didn't really. I guess since coming in February, I guess they should be pretty well ahead in it. But I don't know. I just, compared to everything that I think they could have done, I'm surprised, or we could have talked about, even potential future projects. They kind of they kept it safe.
Yeah.
They kept it with projects that already been announced, and nothing really big other than what was that show, Skeleton Crew. That was it.
Right. We'll
Nothing
come back to all that. We'll come back to those, but it's coming out in February, which is not surprising. That Vanity Fair article said end of 2022, early 2021. 23. I thought maybe like Book of Boba Fett, end of December, but 2 extra months. I guess working at the volume gives them that option that they can do a trailer a little bit quicker, because They don't need to build sets; it's right there. But I think what we got was fine. But again, extremely surprised that they showed all of this and gave them all this time, brought Bo-Katan, Katie Sackhoff, Filoni, Favreau, all this stuff, then to do it again in 2 days. They did show a trailer, like a teaser trailer, which again, someone just videotape on their phone, which starts fine, and you can see the phone kind of going off. So by the end, you're just seeing this part here for everyone.
Yeah.
Looks very interesting. Bo-Katan seems to be, I'm not gonna say the villain, but the main antagonist. Still wants a dark saber. Din Djarin
Looks very pretty.
Yeah,
Like the show.
even being filmed from a camera phone, I don't know how many hundreds of feet away, it looks great. Some people are comparing a scene. I'm not gonna spoil the trailer for people out there that just want to see it, but some people gave them Game of Thrones vibes in one scene with a throne over there. We get Grogu, my friend Baby Yoda's back, and then Mando is going back to Mandalore to try to clear his sins from removing his helmet. It picks right up after Book of Boba Fett, so no surprise. Plus, has that connection then to the other series, kind of putting back in the mind of everyone. This is just one whole. Everything's connected. It's not just Book of Boba Fett one thing and Mandalorian the other thing. But Oti, you saw that teaser trailer and all the information about it. You say it looks pretty. Any other thoughts about Mando?
Yeah, no, I'm excited. As excited as I was before. Like, yeah, give it to me.
All right.
One of the things that about Mando is that I'm kind of lacking a little bit is a little bit of Din's character development. So in the first 2 seasons, so hopefully, and from what I saw, I think this might be the season where Din has the spotlight. Get more back into his backstory and learn more about him. So, the teaser trailer got me a little bit excited that we're gonna get that, especially with this whole Mandalorian history. So, and Bo-Katan. So, this actually did a lot for me to get me excited for Mando. So it might not. I just wish it wasn't. I don't think they needed to hide it. It's like what the hell.
So my thinking is that they're going to trailer after the Mandalorian panel on Saturday, just to give it to everyone.
Then why show it at this point, right?
It's out there. Someone videotape. Someone recorded already.
Nothing in this panel makes sense. Nothing.
Yeah. You're right. Since the beginning, it's like, didn't you guys learn from Disney Plus Day? Just tweeting things don't work.
The thing is, fine, they didn't stream it, but what I'm starting to think, they had nothing to announce, nor in Disney. They should have announced the skeleton crew thing back then, but I don't know, that maybe they're not as far ahead as we thought.
I don't know. This again, it's been 3 years since the last celebration. Time to plan.
I totally agree. I just think, maybe because of COVID, new projects haven't been. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, I had that thought that this either could be a great Star Wars celebration or one that disappoints because of all the reasons you guys said. COVID, and they're in the middle of planning things. They want to make sure they have all their ducks in a row before they're getting into new projects, so they won't have another Last Jedi and Cross situation, because I think that's something that they want to avoid. So I remember thinking this could be either good or bad, and they might not have they might not have a lot of things to show because things are in the process of being planned. So I don't know how that this might not be the celebration to go to, but maybe the next one will be the one that they actually have something to show for fans when it comes to movies, a little bit more trailers and things like that.
Then I think the Vanity Fair article coming out a week before celebration was a mistake, because all the big reveals, we just got them a week ago in that article. A lot of information about Andor and his backstory and what we could expect from that character was told in the article. A lot of information about Ahsoka, the whole history of the Mandalorian. They talk about Grandma Raider without giving the name for Skeleton Crew, but we knew it was going to be 4 young kids after Return of the Jedi. So the only new thing that we got was the trailer, basically. So yes, that was, even though I love getting that article, because again, finally Lucasfilm and Disney is promoting Star Wars, to then just have a rehash on it in your biggest panel of the whole celebration after 3 years is just a visual of what we already saw on that article. I think it's a big letdown. And I was going to wait till the end, but not having a big surprise announcement or any movie news today, it's a complete waste because there's not a movie panel later. We only have the Attack of the Clones panel, the 20-year panel tomorrow. They're not going to announce anything new. I don't know. We could have gotten Taika Waititi to be there to at least say, yeah, I'm still working on this. Maybe know what time frame he's working on. A video from Patty Jenkins. Yeah, I'm still writing Rogue Squadron. Something. To not get any movie news and just the same things that we already knew were coming out, apart from an official Skeleton Crew announcement. Oh, yeah, Jude Law's going to be there. I don't know. Like you said, it was great, but I was expecting a lot more news. So I'm a little bit disappointed on that end. But what we got, I did enjoy. I just kind of expected a little bit more. And maybe that's on me. All right, so let's jump into real quick Skeleton Crew. So in that Vanity Fair article, Drama Rodeo was a working title for this new show. It's created by John Watts and Christopher Ford. John Watts did all the MCU Star Wars movie, was going to do the Fantastic Four movie and kind of walked away from that one. Maybe it's to do this show. Producers are Favreau and Filoni. We'll see how you guys feel about them being involved in it. Same time period as the Mandoverse. Someone tweeted out that Filoni said it's all connected. I know at least I have my issues with Favreau and Filoni being so involved in Star Wars storytelling, but we got that Jude Law is going to be starring in it, and it follows a group of 4 kids, even though it stars kids, but it's not a kids show. They're lost in the galaxy, and something happens. What are your Oti? Now we have a little bit more information about Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Your thoughts after hearing all this information?
I'm excited for it. Like bringing in Jude Law, I like John Watts as a director. He's announced as a producer, not a director, but if it's his story, it'll be interesting. But honestly, we don't have that much to work with the show. They just showed like some concept art, but yeah, I'm excited as I could be, I guess. Definitely need for more information because the concept is interesting. Like the first thing because since it got compared to Stranger Things, I thought maybe they're stranded and they're being haunted by a Sith ghost or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Stranger Things was just it's
Vibes.
kids. It's because it's the same kind of report that said it's going to happen in the High Republic. No, it's 200 years after Return of the Jedi. So I think kids in Star Wars, Stranger Things. It's coming out tomorrow also. So let's just compare it. But it also reminded me a little bit of A Test of Courage, the first High Republic book that I read from Justina Ireland. Bunch of kids, 14
Stranded.
to 16-year-olds stranded in this moon, Weevo, I think it's called, with the bunch of things that could kill them, plus 2 Nile trying to murder them. So that's the vibe that I got. Roberto, did you heard anything about this show prior to today, and how are you feeling about it?
Well, I did read the article about it, but I was excited just to have John Watts. I don't know what kind of role he's going to have, but just to have him there because I love the Spider-Man movies. I thought he handled them great, and that he was going to handle some coming of age story. It kind of fits, and especially since Star Wars, we don't really have that. We've done that story yet, where we have kids in Star Wars focused on them. Mm-hmm. So and again, I'm on the same page as you, Alberto. When you said that, it reminded you of Test of Courage, things like that. To me, it was the same thing, and I was like, oh, how perfect is this? Not only to get younger fans into the show as well, but to see a different side of Star Wars, to see a different side through kids' perspective. I was surprised. I was very surprised that we got a name to star on the show, which is Jude Law, which is fantastic. He's a freaking great actor. But I was completely surprised. I'm pretty sure they're going to wait till they cast the kids. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know how far they are ahead of this. I am surprised to hear that it was going to tie to Dave Filoni. But it makes sense because then, John Favreau and all them are working on it as well. So it kind of, I'm interested to see what this is going to be and how it's going to fit with everything. I know there was speculation that it could have been these were going to be Luke Skywalker kids, Jedi training Padawans, but yeah, that to me didn't seem like a possibility. So it's going to be interesting to see what these kids are and if any of them have any force powers or anything like that.
Yeah. So that was my first thought when they said this is after Return of the Jedi. Is this gonna be Luke rebuilding the Jedi Order, which I didn't want to see, especially after the article said we're moving away from the Skywalker saga. Don't give him more Luke Skywalker. We're gonna keep getting him. But this comes out 2023, which again is not too far away. 2023 is gonna be packed with this one, Mando season 3, Ahsoka, maybe a Bad Batch season 3. We'll see. I don't think we'll get Andor season 2 next year, but I don't know. So for me, this show it's interesting. Again, it's Star Wars. I'm gonna be interested in it. A new vibe with kind of being led by a younger cast. I hope one of them is a non-human. Give me an alien as a main cast member. We don't need droids and humans forever. Star Wars is everything. So just give us something else. But yeah, I don't know what to expect with. Man, I love Favreau. I love what Filoni has done, but some of their storytelling is getting a little bit tired for me. So they kind of are the ones controlling everything. So when I heard that, yeah, I don't know. It bummed me out a little bit knowing that they're producers on the show. Maybe they're just producers. Yeah, whatever. I'll sign off on it. I don't know how invested they'll be, knowing them probably a lot. Just let someone else write the series. You can give tips and things about what's going on in the world, but let someone else write all the episodes. We don't need them that involved, in my opinion.
But you know what? It kind of goes hand in hand with what Kathleen Kennedy said about Star Wars. And I could maybe see this show being, maybe John Watts pitches the show and she goes like, oh, this is around the time Dave and Favreau are working on, so go talk to them, and they like work it out. So it's the direction they're taking. Let's see how it works, because it seems to be John Watts' thing. So let's see.
Yeah, and that's the thing that has me excited, because John Watts is the name. I think they just John Favreau and John Filoni are there to help them, and maybe they saw something in the story where they say, hey, maybe it could fit into our little thing that we're doing. But the fact that it's John Watts and it's driven by him, pitched by him, gives me a lot of hope.
What if Jude Law is Thrawn?
And one of the kids is Ezra. Went into the world between worlds and came back a younger kid. No, but yeah, I think what you said, Oti, is right, because in that interview, Kathleen Kennedy said we want everyone to kind of know what they're doing. So maybe it's okay. Go talk to John and Filoni to make sure that it doesn't mess up what they're doing. Similar time period, and just work together on it. Hopefully, Grogu doesn't show up. They run into him, and I don't know. All right, and then okay, here you go. Star Wars movie news. No, here's a trailer for Willow. 20 minutes on Willow. All right. Oh, Harrison Ford is here. Oh my God, Han Solo is back. No, Indiana Jones 5. 15 minutes on it. Why? I know it was Lucasfilm Showcase, but this is Star Wars Celebration. Is it what you said, Oti? They didn't have anything ready to announce, and they just needed to fill time.
I really think so. Yeah, they just I don't know. Like, there is this thing that they purposely called it Lucasfilm Showcase. The writing was on the wall. I think we were in denial, but yeah. Let's see.
All right, I still think they should have done something with the movie. To go the whole Star Wars Celebration with no movie news, it's kind of disheartening.
They didn't need to show trailers. They didn't really need to show anything. And anything finished. They could have just shown behind the scenes. Like, let's walk into Andor again. Let's walk
Mhm.
into the Kenobi and talk to
It-
them and see some of the things. That's all of it.
the
That's all they
Willow
could have
and
done.
the Willow and Indy thing would have been a good coda. Like at the end, maybe, hey, we're also working on this.
Mhm.
But hey,
Yeah.
it
I
is
mean,
what it
if
is.
you have Ewan and Hayden there, sit them down for 10 minutes or 20 minutes and talk about coming back. They've been all over the world promoting this show, and all the questions are how does it feel to be back and playing Darth Vader after all this year, the reception from the fans? Nothing. Maybe
I
they'll
mean,
do it at 20th.
they were just interviewed in the thing.
Like, it's your main showcase. It's what's starting the
That
whole
no
show.
one's seeing. That no one's
Yes,
seeing.
exactly. And I love the High Republic, but that panel was streamed and not the main one. All right. So
I have a question. Did they show anything about with Ahsoka? Because I remember seeing some pictures with Rosario Dawson, but nothing. I can't make sense of it.
So supposedly Rosario gave like she pre-recorded a message.
Yeah.
And I heard in one of the interviews that Filoni drove from set and will drive back there, and apparently will come back on Saturday.
yeah, they showed, I guess, a pre-recorded message from her from set. Everyone's freaking out. Oh, finally, her Leikus are long like they should be, and like, but now there's inconsistency from.
I mean, I don't care. I really don't care.
I know, but for regular people, it's like, oh, how many years have passed? So Leikus grew like 10 inches. No, it's finally we found a way to make them more animated, accurate. But
I mean,
Yeah,
Darth Vader's helmet in Episode 4 was rubber, and then it wasn't, so it's fine.
It's not
how great
1977.
would it have been if they would have announced a name, just a name for the show, Ahsoka show, the one that we all think. I'm not gonna say his name because I'm gonna butcher it.
Who?
The actor that played Aladdin.
Oh, Mina Masad. So I always
there should have
saw
been
that.
cast announcement.
Yeah, exactly. Cast announcement would have been great. I've always said Mina Masad is a perfect Ezra Space Aladdin, like everyone says. But I then tweeted out, I think that same week that they announced Ahsoka started shooting, he tweeted out that he started on a new movie that he's kind of gonna be starring at the same time that they're recording Ahsoka. So I thought, oh man, this means it's not gonna happen. People are saying, well, it's a TV show. We don't know how many episodes he's gonna be in. Maybe he'll pop in for 1 or 2 episodes. It might still work. But yeah, give us a couple of cast announcements. Again, I think some of it was a missed opportunity, but I did enjoy everything that we got, even though it was a little bit on the short end. So I think that was it for the Lucasfilm Showcase panel. Oti, you've been watching a little bit of the High Republic panel. Anything cool was announced?
So very quick, because I have to jump into a work call. But so I've been watching the stream. I'll be watching tomorrow, and we'll be back here tomorrow.
Yeah.
But so ground rules for the stream. It's been very fun. They interview cast members, directors, creators, everything. It's been a ton of fun. As I mentioned, a couple of the people they've had. They stream some of the panels, not all of them. And they'll have 2 or 3 interviews, then a panel, 2 or 3 interviews, then a panel, then maybe show around the convention what they're doing. I really enjoy it. But going with that expectation, not expecting that they're gonna stream a panel, then another panel, then another panel. It's like by phases, but it's truly been a ton of fun.
All right. Anything new announcing that High Republic panel, apart from a couple of character names?
Okay, so the High Republic panel, they went over phase 1 and the creating process. They showed glimpses of the art of book.
Oh, nice.
Which was a ton of fun. They showed specifically Mark and Roe and the designs, the different versions. That was really great. The new authors were not there.
Okay.
But they did announce some new books, which I had pinned over here, and I think I lost it. Yeah, I kind of lost it. So there's a new audiobook, which I remember the name. It was called Battle of Jeddah, which it kind of excited me. And there were 3 books announced for spring 2023. and they revealed covers for the books we already had
Okay.
announced.
So
So
the
yeah,
2023 books, are those for the current authors or the new batch of authors? You remember? No. All right, we'll look at that tomorrow and come back with some more current information. Roberto, for tomorrow, what are you excited
you
apart
guys,
from Kenobi?
I gotta go, but
Okay, so
No.
thanks, Oti. We'll see you
I'll
tomorrow.
see you tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
right, see you.
sorry.
No, don't worry. We're wrapping up. Anyway, Roberto,
Yeah.
so final kind of thoughts. What are you hoping to see tomorrow? What are you excited for? And then just overall kind of day one of Star Wars Celebration.
So what I'm excited for, I think it was everybody's excited for, is the Kenobi show. It's because
Yeah.
this is gonna this is the first impression of what the show is gonna be. So it's gonna be interesting to see not only my reaction, but to see other people's reaction to the show, and if it's gonna be what we all thought, which I hope it is. But as far as the whole Star Wars Celebration live streaming, it has kind of been up and down.
Mhm.
I agree with Orti, as we gone further into the show, it's kind of gotten better, and then my excitement has been like just growing and growing and growing. But as for tomorrow, I don't know. I'm just gonna go in with reasonable expectations and not expect to be shown anything, talked about anything really, because I don't want to be in a bad mood like I was earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully, I just want them to talk to people, characters, actors, directors, writers, things like that. So just see all that.
Yeah, I think now that we know what to expect from the live stream that they're doing with the Star Wars show, I think our expectations are a little bit more tempered and we know what to expect to see live as it's going. I'm very interested to see what happens with the 20th anniversary panel for Attack of the Clones. I'm really hoping for Padme to be there, for Natalie Portman to show up. That will be a great surprise. We know we'll get Ewan, we'll get Hayden. So hopefully bring Padme. She's back in the Disney family with Thor. So if she's there for that panel, it's going to be very exciting. And then, of course, the Kenobi show. That's what we all want to see.
I thought the same thing. Would they bring Natalie Portman back? And I hope they do, because it's it's a great. So I thought if they bring her back, if we see Natalie Portman, then there's a good chance we probably could see her in Kenobi.
Yes.
I don't think it will be a big part, but it might be enough to get people excited. Kenobi is such a. Okay, I'm gonna go on a little bit of a tangent. But
Yeah.
Kenobi is such a little bit of a frustration thing for me, because it's only 6 episodes, and there's so much that we want from Kenobi.
Yes.
There's so many characters that he's interconnected with, and 6 episodes is not enough to get all that. So I'm wondering, if are we going to even get Padme? Are we even going to get a mention of Satine?
have the fandom will die if we get a Satine mention. But I'm with you. 6 episodes. Book of Boba Fett was 7, and we're like, oh, that's a weird number. Now we're down to 6. I think we'll find out in a couple of hours. If it's a 40-minute episode, it's like, 6 not enough. You give me an hour, okay, that's 6 hours. That's almost a short trilogy, 3 2-hour movies. So I'll give them a pass. But if the episodes are shorter than 1 hour, then yeah, I don't think 6 episodes are enough. And again, not talking about filler episode, but how much feel is in each episode instead of getting to all these stories that we think they're going to get to. Because we saw in those trailers, we have Kenobi hiding, we have these issues with Ewan, with Uncle Owen, we have 4 Inquisitors that are running around, we have Vader. So there's a lot of stuff happening around Kenobi. Is 6 episodes gonna be enough? I want to say yes, but we'll see. Again, the first 2 drop in a couple of hours. So when we're here tomorrow, we'll either have a smile. We'll be like the Joker, smiling all the way here, or we'll be like, damn, they better tidy it up in the last 4. But we'll see.
Yeah. After the first episode, we're gonna know what the show's about, and that's important, because I think with the book of Boba Fett, because it bounced so back and forth between timelines, that we were kind of all wondering, what is this show really?
Mm-hmm.
So this seems like a linear show. It's going to progress normally. So yeah, this show, the first show, is going to set everything, and we're going to know, what is this? Is this going to be an action film, or is this going to be more of a tearjerker between characters? And are we going to get the exploration of Kenobi that we all kind of want?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, that we want that has to be the show. Of course, there's going to be action. It's Star Wars, but the main thing has to be the exploration of Kenobi after Revenge of the Sith. Everything that he's gone through after what he did to Anakin, and then finding out that he's alive out there. Maybe that's what pulls him out, like Oti said here last week. Finding out that Anakin is still alive, that's maybe what pulls him out of Tatooine. Oh, I gotta go find him and try to bring him back to the light. And then, yes, get us going. So I hope they don't waste like 3 episodes before, okay, now he's off Tatooine going on this adventure. I hope it moves a little bit quick to get to all those emotional points. But again, we won't have too much to wait. We'll be back here tomorrow with Roberto, with Oti. Hopefully, Lauren can join us also from the celebration floor. Roberto, any final thoughts? We'll see you tomorrow here. And thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, Obi. This is a lot of fun. Looking forward to the next few days to talk about what other things they're gonna show. So Kenobi.
There's a lot to be talking about the next couple of days. We saw our celebration goes all the way to Sunday. We'll be here tomorrow at the same time, 7 p.m. We'll be back Saturday with our regular shows at 5 p.m. Eastern, talking second episode of Kenobi. Tomorrow we'll probably just do the first one, and then Saturday, day 3 of celebration and Kenobi episode 2. So as always, thank you, Roberto, to our other guests, Oti and Lauren. Thanks for being here. And as always, stay safe, be safe, and may the Force be with you.